In this video, I'm going to answer the #1 question that we get asked through Instagram and YouTube and LinkedIn, and that is, do you need a degree to do instructional design? Guys, my name's Kim Tui. I am the founder of Bell Vista Studios. We're an end-to-end e-learning and instructional design studio. Now, we get asked this question all the time. This video is for people who are, looking to change a career. You might be a teacher in the classroom and you're looking to get out of that and get into instructional design because you see similarities in the role. Or you might just be questioning your own capabilities in your instructional design role, and we get that a lot as well. How do I take it to the next level? I believe the answer to this question is no. You do not need a degree to be an instructional designer. And in this video, I'm going to share why. So our team don't have degrees in instructional design or e-learning. We've learned through projects. We've learned through client feedback. We've learned through user feedback. There are 2 places though that we have learned from that have helped every aspect of our journey as an instructional designer. It's the first resource I was taught back in the day by my mentor Toby, and it is applied to every single instructional design project that I have ever worked on, and I share it with my team and I share it with every single person, and it helps them create better training solutions. And I know this because clients and users tell us. So the first resource is Kathy Moore's Action Mapping blog. Google it, it will come up, read it, get onto it, it's amazing. The second resource has been brilliant as well, and it's by Alan Interactions, and it's the CAF model. So CCAF, it's context, challenge, activity, and feedback. And this is more specific to how do you create realistic activities that replicate the real world. They are the 2 resources that we use in every single project that we do and have helped us do all the things that we do on Instagram, all the things in our videos on LinkedIn and YouTube. They are the core foundation skills that we apply to every single project and problem that we are solving. Why I don't think that you need a degree is that things change so fast today. How can a degree and universities possibly keep up with all the information that is available to us at every minute of every day? They do not revamp their curriculum enough to support us to be able to support our learners. So I encourage you, if you are considering a degree, to have a look at basically their learning objectives and the learning outcomes that they're saying. And if there are things in there like motivation models or scaffolding and all that kind of stuff, Google it. The answers are all on Google. Everything that you need to know from that perspective and learning is freely available to you and updated at every minute of the day. More information is available to you to be able to apply to the projects that you are solving and the problems that you're working on. I learn every day by YouTube videos, learning from the real world practice activities, which are our client projects, by going to meetups, by talking with people in my industry. I learn every day. And that is our role as an instructional designer, is to continuously learn, because there's a lot of self-reflection we can learn from our own journeys that then applies out to the end users that we are creating solutions for. So by being our own client, we actually learn more about how we can serve the world better through our instructional design craft. If you are truly passionate about becoming an instructional designer, you can make it happen through learning and experimentation. That's all it takes. There are plenty of problems to solve for you to practice and build a portfolio from. I personally feel a degree is a waste of time. If it was a 3-year degree, you're going to come out the end of it with possibly little to no work experience or little to no portfolio. Imagine if you spent all those 3 years as a side hustle in the evenings at lunchtime practicing and experimenting with all the free information available on Google, and then when at the same time came out 3 years later, what would you have to give to the world? You'd have so much demonstrated practice of real world solving problems that you could actually bring as experience. to the job that you want to apply for or the business that you want to start. Even if jobs say you need to have 2 years experience or 5 years plus, it's just throwing people off. Still apply for the job. I have personally done that when they wanted 5 years experience in my first ever career job, and I got it. And I had one portfolio piece that I did in my own time to practice and create something, and the whole time in the interview I just spoke to that one project. But what I had was demonstrated experience of how I could add value to the role and responsibilities that I was applying for, because I'd spent the time to learn, I'd spent the time to problem solve and practice and apply instructional design to something that I could demonstrate, this is how I can do it. This is what I can bring to the role. And I encourage you to think and approach it the same way. Now, this is my personal opinion, and there is no right or wrong way. There are people out there that believe that degrees and badges and all that stuff is really, really important to them. And that's their own personal journey. But for me, that was going to be too slow. I wanted to get in and do and make my dream of becoming an instructional designer actually come to fruition in the time frame that I wanted for myself. And that was through soul searching. So you also got to do that. But I encourage people to share their journey. Share it in the comments and let people know what's worked for you. What were the things that you did? What's your personal journey, so we can help the rest of the community understand the avenues of becoming an awesome instructional designer. Thank you so much for watching. Please share it with people that are questioning and want to know what the go is. On do you need this degree to be able to become an instructional designer? I hope it's added value, and have an awesome day.